Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Taking on the Los Angeles Chargers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 53 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Palmer to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing again here, Palmer. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From midfield now, here's Palmer. He'll buy some time right.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing on first down. Gary, he finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Gary throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff looking right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Gary sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Now Palmer. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, it's Palmer. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Gary. Here's Booker on the catch.
Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Back to throw. Gary. And he's got Booker.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on second down. Gary. Touchdown! A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On first down, it's Palmer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, Gary. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Looking to throw. Gary, flush to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Logan. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Palmer. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throwing to start the drive. Gary flushed out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A final shot before break. Gary is going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys get a much-needed win there to start the second half as they move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion goes the tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Potter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Slot man moves right. On first down, Gary. And he's got his man in stride, complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Potter. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. So the second time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. The extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That time, a 9-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out of the gun, Palmer. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Palmer. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now they needed 2, they could only get 1. 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, Gary. He finds his man, complete. It's Potter. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back to throw. Gary, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Palmer. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. As they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Palmer. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now it's Palmer. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Patterson. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. To throw again, it's Palmer. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their...
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here, as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 25 yards that time. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And the tides have turned. Now all eyes shift to the Chargers. Trailing by 4. 46 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Throwing now is Palmer. Flush to his right. Oh, what a move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Palmer. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Now it's Palmer. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Palmer to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Minnesota,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.